Hello everyone, this is your Imperial Majesty Emperor Candy Katsuvan Kanda here, and today we have a 2v2 land battle from me, myself, and I, playing as Egypt with Arverni against Carthage and Rome, two big ass strong factions. Now unit setup, rules were no artillery, obviously, run a land battle, max for the same units, max for pikemen, and max for missile units. Actually, no, it's max six of the same units. So as Egypt, I brought my general up Ptolemaic cavalry. These are really good cavalry. Egyptian cavalry, four of them, two of them have a chevron on them. They're very good cavalry compared to the Italian cavalry at the same price, but they lack morale. They only have 40 morale. I have 6 Galatian swords, which I give 2 chevrons on. I have 4 Egyptian pikemen, which 2 of them I give a chevron on. I also brought a Galatian rail guard and 3 mercenary Rhodian slingers. Over here, my ally Arverni has 4 Gallic hunters, 2 spear warriors, a naked warriors with 2 chevrons and no sword, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chosen swords, 3 Celtic warriors, 2 of them with 1 chevron and 1 of them with 2 chevron, and his general is in a noble horse. Over here, enemy Rome has Sulky, Equites, Extraordinary. These are not as good shot cavalry, but they can also be used to the fullest extent. 2 Equites, Triari, protecting the cavalry, 3 auxiliary Syrian archers, 6 Hastati, 5 Hastati. Which one of them has a chevron on it? The general and bodyguard. They have 3, 4, 5, 4 Pinky Pays, 2 Avocadi, and 1 legionary cohort. Carthage has a noble cavalry. These are trash cavalry. 37.25. Those are 34.25. This is 200 more expensive. Generals and bodyguard is in the general Carthaginian general. Carthage also has 1 mercenary Iberian cavalry and 2 mercenary Celtic light horse, with an addition of an African war elephant. These are okay-ish elephants. 2 African pikemen, both with a chevron, 2 late Carthaginian hoplites, 3 mercenary Balearic slingers and mercenary Cretan archers, 2 mercenary Gallic warriors, and 3 mercenary Italian swords. Actually, 1 more Iberian sword. Alright, let's get this started. So I will put this on fast forward. So what's going to happen now is both sides are advancing. I'm trying to thin out my line. So the strategy I'm going here with is I will engage them first with the Galatian swords, and then with my Egyptian pikemen, I'm gonna put them in the back and retreat my Galatian swords so they get charged into my pikemen, and then I recharge in my Galatian swords if they retreat or if they don't retreat to basically meat shield. So what's going on here? Wait 1 second. What is going on here is that Carthage's cavalry, the Celtics and the Iberian, came passing here. Now he's blocked in here. That's the problem. I caught one of them with my Egyptian cavalry I sent over here to reinforce. He's trying to desperately get into these hunters, but gets stopped by these spear warriors. And then he sacrifices that one to get free these 2 Celtic light horse. I don't really know what light horse and these Iberian cavalry has to do. They really die to anything. I'm gonna send my general plotting my cavalry to intercept. I cannot send these the Egyptian cavalry because the Roman's cavalry force is there threatening my flanks. Now Carthage is busy microing his cavalry. Arverni should have just put his hunters here and started shooting his elephants while putting a spear warrior there, like in front, to shoot his javelins at the African elephant. Now I'm going to be chasing a Celtic light horse, which saw a gap and tried desperately to get through, which it did not work. They hit my rear of a pikeman and ended up killing 3 pikemen, I think, but in the end it is of no avail, unfortunately, for these poor cavalrymen. Now on Rome's side, he was threatening my flank, so I just moved my cavalry out to intimidate him, and I got the idea of the light horse getting 14 hunters and perishing. So far so good for my team. I personally don't do as well as my teammate in this fight because I don't have the killing power. I only got Galatian swords. He's got chosen swords. And he's got an oath sword. I do have a Galatian royal guard, but you'll see later. Alright, we're repositioning our armies. Because I'm going to, I think at least I'm going to, yes, what's going on here is that Carthage is going to be coming this way. Let me slow that down. Carthage is going to be shifting his line over like that. So I saw a gap and I charged into his Balearic slingers, which he intercepts. He doesn't intercept, but he tends to counter with a noble cavalry. It doesn't really work. I get out, but I do take some losses. I'm content because a Balearic is as expensive as an Egyptian. And then I'm going to recharge with the Arverni supporting forces, trying to finish this off, but unfortunately my Michael went on the other side, so that cavalry ended up dying. Arverni gets him shot off, but to no avail, all those shot missed. Now Rome positions his auxiliaries and archers, which technically speaking would be beaten by Rhodian slingers, but because of his position and my miss micro, I should have spread him out in a thin line just like him. He has more infantry than me, so he actually spares a Principe to on this flank. I do not, so I have to move over a Galatian Royal Guard, which was meant to kill his Evocati. So he starts firing at me, gets a few olive off. He goes 3-1. I prefer to take 1-1. I don't see, and I get a bunch. I get shot a bunch before respawning, in which I'm in a more clumped up formation, which means he's gonna get more worth off of his ammo than me. He's also trying to get through with his cavalry, but he actually switches targets for my cavalry because they were vulnerable. Now these Egyptian cavalry only have an armor of 50, not the greatest, so I just take half a unit of cavalry. So I decide, why not? This cavalry is pretty much done for. I'm just gonna ruin his archers positioning right now. I'm moving my general up to use the war cry or the intimidate. I forgot which one does what against one of his archers. Yep, there you go. That is precision shot. War cry, right? 20 kills, 16 kills, 5 kills. I'm pretty sure I wait for them to advance a little bit more, and I send my other cavalry here. Over here, so as I said, I missed microed in my. Yup, my Egyptian cavalry perished. Now this African war elephant is going to. Just an African elephant is going to shift over to the Roman flank. He does see that and attempts to intercept me, but I got into his archers and gets some kills. Not great, but I also get free shot off his equities and his auxiliary Syrian archers. Move my general back. Arverni is trying to shoot at some Cretan archers stuck between hoplites. Not taking that much damage, but yeah. Alright. Carthage is charging some noble cavalry up. Or are they? I do not know. I do shift an Egyptian pikeman here to protect against any cavalry flanks, because a horse charging through here would just perish no matter how bad your pike is. I'm starting to win the flank until he sends his principe up to chop my missiles, which they actually get a precursor peel volley off to my Rhodian slingers because of my miss micro. My slingers were doing fine until he was starting to lose, which is when he got tired and started doing something else. Now, generally speaking, my Galatian Railguard would easily kill the Principes. Unfortunately, Carthage moved up his elephants over here, which resulted in me having to pull back my Galatian Railguard, resulting in tremendous losses. I get a rear charge off of this Principes, and I hit the Principe with my Galatian Railguard, which, like you normal, is mouthing them. I feint a Egyptian cavalry charge in order to draw his cavalry onto my pikemen, but my pikemen are in place and gets a few, four to be correct, and then it retreats. I feint another one, drawing some shots so I can finish off his Roman archers, but unfortunately, Carthage's elephants were lucky enough that I wasn't prepared for his cavalry. So didn't have my javelins for. So you see, I retreat my Galatian Railguard, which at this point suffered 60 kills by this Principe, which is normally not supposed to happen. And then Equites goes into my Rhodian slingers. I attempt to kill the elephant with my Egyptian pikemen to no avail. My Galatian swords gets surrounded, and eventually withers away, I think. So at this point, I'm shifting my forces over behind Arverni to regroup. Yep, 110 on those elephants already. I get rear charged by some sucky Equites extraordinary. That is very much the end for that Galatian sword. Over here, Arverni is shooting some noble cavalry, which is beating down his general with the help of pikemen. So noble cavalry decides to withdraw. So you're not pinning the general anymore. So he freely retreats the general. He sends his spear warrior to scram their pikemen away. I did not see what these Gallic warriors would do, but I'm pretty sure they try to go for the archers, which were chased back by a bunch of volleys of peel. I'm just saving back this torn up unit of Egyptian pikemen over here. Now I do try to scare him away because he wasn't prepared, so I use my intimidate or the other one, war cry, to make him look like he got flaming shots. So Carthage decides to pull it back. He gets a few shots off of my general, and I escort my Egyptian pikemen back into my lines. 104 with 74 kills isn't the best. These also got 14 kills. Carthage's missile units are pretty much depleted. I do charge in my Egyptian cavalry against his noble fighters. Noble cavalry sucks compared to the stats. They should win except for the morale part. He does come in with the general and gives them a bit of morale boost. So my Egyptian cavalry, I'm pretty sure, does end up losing that fight. So my cavalry charging into Equites, giving them a debuff, which makes them rout faster. I charged into these Equites with my Egyptian cavalry, which reinforced with some Chariot, which I hit in the back with some Galatian swords. I pull out my Egyptian cavalry and my general, which get intercepted by some Sarki Equites extraordinary. Then I put some pike to from men in with pretty much no avail because I wasn't microing correctly. They weren't like in the good place. So I retreat my general, which didn't get as much kills as I hoped. These are some expensive cavalry. Chosen sword coming in over here. Just pinning down the Carthaginian flank. Also in here killing the pikemen. General going around trying to clean up some units and maybe go for the Carthage's general. Saki Equites is getting a bunch of kills off of my general. I cannot permit that, so I reinforce with some Egyptian cavalry, which at this point he comes back with his elephants and tries to take care of my general, which I have no choice but to retreat my general from. Roman reinforcement Hastati comes, hit the back of a Galatian sword, which start losing. I'm pinning 2 Galatian swords against 1 Hastati. That Hastati is gradually losing. Gallic hunters do not know how to aim, and then elephants are charging into them. Never mind, they go berserker last second, and instead of charging right through, they instead to turn around. My Egyptian cavalry eventually beat down these saucy equites extraordinary with a bunch of kills, and then decides to retreat. Roman cavalry aren't the greatest. So I pull my Egyptian cavalry out of there. My Egyptian pikemen, oh yeah, my general has fallen at this point. My Egyptian pikeman is doing okay, but I charge into the rear of that Hastati and that Hastati and that Hastati, I'm pretty sure. At least I charge into one of them over here. Oh, someone shredding up more African pikemen. Naked warriors charging into African pikemen from the front, but these are unorganized, so they get some kills. Chosen swords are winning against some Italian swords. Italian swords routed. General caught 135 kills, pretty good. Chosen swords losing to combination of Gallic warriors and Principes. I'm moving my Galatian Royal Guard to go like this here. And alright, I'm back. So I charge Galatian swords which Principes get a peel of volley off of. I don't know what I'm doing with this Galatian, so I'm just I'm pretty sure I crammed for his general. Elephants have been taken care of by this pikeman, as you can see, their XP growth. Night kill. My general, I'm trying to do something with them, pretty sure. Over here, noble host getting some kills, cleaning off some Iberian swords. Chosen swords are winning against Italians. African, it's getting finished off by Osorn, which are doing better than my Galatian Royal Guard, which I completely forgot about at this point, and is getting shot by some depleted Balearic slingers. Hoplites losing to chosen swords, and more hoplites losing to more chosen swords. Chosen swords losing to Gallics and Principes, which I think are just, yeah. Sitting there, Celtic warriors reinforcing again up against this Hastati. I'm getting pincered by two Principes over here. Principes moving to intercept my general, which I just, yeah, and then his Roman general just, yeah, and then my general unit just, bye-bye, is gone. Shot to the rear of some Hastati, pretty great. That's like, what, 30 Hastati lost? My pike is just there to fend off these Principes, which could easily ruin these the spear warriors. Galatian swords are just shooting their normal javelins. Chosen sword, they're coming in, trying to intercept the general. Noble, Iberian swords trying to chase the general on a horse, not gonna work really well. Galatian swords losing to some Evocati and some Celtic. Some dang kills those Evocati. Galatian Royal Guard losing to Principe, Gallic, Evocati. I do pop a shield wall, which gives them a bolstering 80 melee defense. It's not the best I've seen. Chosen sword. These hoplites are holding fine. They're not going to get much kills, but they're holding absolutely fantastically. Egyptian pikemen moving forward to stop the advance of these Principes, which just starts throwing their pila and ruin these pikemen. Spear warriors idle over here. My general's been finished off by his general, which is just going to come back. Galatian swords finishing off Principes. I'm moving some pikemen to stop these Principes. Celtic warriors idle. He's toying with my pikemen, what he should do, and is doing perfectly, which is destroying my pikemen miserably. Gallic hunters out of ammunition, coming for bait for the enemy general. He's just coming in and rear charging over here. The enemy general is going to try to intercept him, which in event he intercepts the interception last second. Yeah, he does. And with the support of some oak sword and some chosen sword, that is going to be end for this enemy generals and bodyguard. Chosen and Naked's idle over here. Chosen hoplites still holding up fine against these chosen. Those hoplite over here must have broke. Italian Gallics coming back, getting destroyed. Galatian Royal Guard not getting the best kills, as I've said before. Galatian swords beating down the Avocati and picking pace with the help of pikemen. Pikemen getting beaten by Principes. I'm just fending off these 3 units with this Egyptian pikemen, and I'm waiting for his main force to come over and sweep them up. Now an Avocati could easily turn the tide of the battle, considering he has a full one and the ocean is depleted. But we'll see how it goes. My pikemen get sandwiched en route. Over here, these 2 Roman routes. So in total, let's do a head count. 1 full Avocati cohort, 1 full Principes, another full Principe, and let's just say a unit of legionaries. Sphere warriors are coming up. A general is rear charging. With some depleted Gallic hunters with an animation, I'm gonna move my pikemen up. Galatian Royal Guard didn't do that great, as I said before. 170 kills, okay. But only 30 men left. Galatian swords, half of their unit size left. Arverni has 1 Celtic warriors, 1 chosen sword, 2 chosen sword, 2.5 chosen sword, and half a naked sword, and around 2/3 of a no sword. A cavalry counter tactic is popped to kill the enemy general, which should happen soon. You're charging into some spear warriors. Okay, never mind. Cavalry counter tactics fled off. So, yep, there you go. That goes those spear warriors dead. 140 kills on his general bodyguard. Very good play by Rome. Egyptian pikemen. I'm still using them as a screen to screen these things. If he's actually, if he charged them into, he's not gonna suffer as many casualties if he charged into like a chosen sword. Though my Egyptian pikemen getting some kills due to this combination, I'm sending my Galatian Royal Guard. I'm also sending in this Galatian sword from the flanks. General is just chasing some sphere warriors, which did absolutely great for their price. They're only like 500. They got a kill for a death until they get cleaned while routing, which I don't know what Rome was planning to do. Just come back and give morale to his units. Legionaries getting intercepted by 2 chosen swords, which are reinforced by some Principes. My Galatian Royal Guard, yep, those Avocati, dangerous, dangerous. Over here, Hastati should start to lose soon because they're up against Oathsworn and Galatian swords. Chosen sword getting intercepted the flanks by the Principe, yep. Hastati tries to raver. Spear warriors come back from routing and goes back for the general. The Arverni general with 200 kills goes and ends the life of this heroic Roman general. Over here, Principes losing due to getting hit from all sides. What's this Avocati doing? Yep, Avocati doing mighty fine. Celtic warrior charging the rear of this Principe. This Principe is pretty much dead. All that's left pretty much as a threat is this Avocati, but it's not as much of a threat as now. Wrapping up the fight, my Galatian swords I have popped. Well, headhunt finish. So these Galatian swords should rout soon. 200 kills in that battle. Ooh, the enemy Roman army rout, and that is GG, fire victory, as King Fire Sephiroth once said. Alright. I lost 1,900 kills, killed 1,700 kills. Not the best of my plays, but definitely not the worst either. This Egyptian cavalry doing amazing. These 3 not so much. My general didn't do as what I expect them to do. This Orodian Slinger did good. These 2 did not. Pikemen's did good. This one did amazing. This, it's so-so. These Galatian swords did okay. Over here, Arverni lost 18,000 men and killed 27,000 men. Gallic hunters doing okay. General doing amazing. Celtic warriors, these 2 doing amazing. This one not doing so great. Chosen swords overall doing amazing. These 2 doing absolutely fantastic. Lyca warriors doing pretty great. Also doing fantastic, and also and Spear Warrior is doing good. Thibault, very good play as Roman. Actually killed more than he lost. Equites did not do good. Equites did great. Sucky. Equites extraordinary. Did amazing. General did even better. Archers didn't do great. Avocado did amazing. Shame they routed. These two Hastati did absolutely splendid. These three did not. This one did good. This one did good. This one did good. This one didn't do so good. This one didn't do. The Triar didn't do so good, and the Prickipay did absolutely amazing. King Zeus playing as Carthage. General and bodyguard not doing great. African elephants doing okay. Cavalry not doing great, not at all. They trashed themselves. Archers, this one did good, but the rest didn't do great. Pikemen, this one did okay. This pikeman, this hoplites did not get as many kills. Gullet warriors, this one did okay. This one did not do good, and the rest of the infantry got trashed. Anyways, that's gonna be all for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to me if you have not subscribed. It really helps me a lot. And thank you for passing by, and see you next time. Goodbye.